So, jetzt haben wir aber auf jeden Fall schon mal gut was gemacht. Oh, ist neblig hier. Der neue Süden.
How you doing, old friend? Fine. It's funny, us ending up down here. My daddy died in the field in Pennsylvania, fighting this lot. I ever tell you that?
Many times.
I see I'm boring you, Arthur.
Worrying me. We lost men back there.
We have lofty goals, Arthur. We're trying to reform society to a kinder, truer, better way. Now, of course, there's gonna be casualties.
We're thieves. In a world that don't want us no more.
We are dreamers in an ever duller world of facts. Now, I'll give you that, but come on. We got
Okay.
the day. It's nice out.
Wo ist der Nebel hin?
Old Hosea says that there's
Was ist das hübsch hier, ey. Schaut euch das an. Oh, und schaut euch diesen dicken Metzger an. Oh, wir sollten Dutch folgen. Also das Mädchen hat ein größeres Messer als Dutch.
Hey,
Mal eben so
old
weggenebelt.
girl, come on down here. Why don't you show us this creek you've been pissing in? Hey, you don't look too
Wer hat in den Bach gepisst,
friend.
was?
I thought this warmer weather would...
My days are looking good along over in Dutch.
Always dream crushing and bubble bursting, you. Come on, Hosea. Let's go there.
Wir gehen jetzt
All right,
angeln.
gentlemen, let me show you how it's done.
Okay, gehen wir angeln. Alles. Warum sollten wir nicht mal angeln gehen? Einfach mal die Route ins Feucht halten.
Why don't we just fish here? There's a whole lake of them.
Because I need to get out for a bit. Me and the old guard. Before any of them back there, oh, there was us.
The curious couple and their unruly son.
It feels good here. You did well finding that spot, Arthur.
More Charles than me.
It's like I can breathe again, thick and soupy as this air is. Might even do your whistling pipes some good, Hosea.
I was once in this country with Bessie. Ah, feels like a lifetime ago.
It was a lifetime ago. But what a life we have lived, how well we have fought, especially both of you.
I hope so.
But now, when things are desperate, we have to stick with the plan. Make enough money, then find somewhere where nobody will find us. Where we don't have to hide.
Like where?
I got some ideas hatching, but I need you with me, not against me. Both of you.
Of course.
Still, we do need money. So keep a low profile, especially in the local town. After Valentine, I want everyone on best behavior here. No trouble.
Ja, klar, kein Ärger. Alles
Start
klar, kriegen wir
turning
hin.
over the soil and the rocks. See what turns up.
Dutch, we've got to be discreet.
Imagine what a slew of rich simpletons there must be down here. Oh, this is perfect for you, Hosea. You'll be able to play them like a fiddle.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, but
No buts. Not today. We fish and we enjoy the day.
Okay, Anordnung vom Dutch. Kein Ärger machen in der Stadt.
Looks like law up ahead. Play it cool.
Okay.
Watch out. Ja.
Okay, Gefangenentransport.
Hello, gentlemen. Well, look what the cat drug in. I seem to have gotten myself in a spot of bother.
Quiet back there.
Let's see if we can't sort this out.
Well, well, look who it is.
How are you, boys?
Fine.
This is quite some country you have here.
We like it well enough.
Hoagie McIntosh, at your service.
Lee Gray. This is my deputy Archibald McGregor.
It's good to meet you.
You a Scot?
Partly. The best part.
Of course.
Now, tell me, sir, what did the silly, fancy fop back there do? Nothing too terrible, I trust.
He was accused of running a gold mining investment scam.
Oh, no. I'm sure he wasn't. He is a magician. I know him. He's a fool, but he is not a bad fellow. Now, can we just...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Shit! The Anderson boys! I can't have more scandal!
Well, allow us to help, my friend. Arthur,
Chase wanted man.
and take Archibald with you.
Just what I signed up for. Come on, big
Ooh,
guy.
cool.
Perhaps we can discuss the foolish magician.
Stay with that train. Don't let them get away. And do not shoot them, you hear me? Come on, hurry.
Soll sie nicht erschießen?
Come
Warum?
on, we're losing them.
Will you relax? We're not losing them.
Faster, come on. What's your name, sir?
Arthur Callahan.
Faster, Mr. Callahan, please. My neck is on the line here.
I get it. I'm doing my best. So what are these fellas?
Der hat auch nur Pudding in die Arme, wenn er sich da nicht hochziehen kann, oder?
You sure I can't just shoot him?
No, did I not say that?
You said plenty.
Nico, schönen guten Abend, herzlich willkommen im Stream.
Now get after the others. Come on. The train's slowing down to go through the station.
Oh, das war
Now's our
super.
chance. See if you can get alongside the train. Cut through that barn. Closer. Get us alongside it. Get alongside that flat carriage. You think you can jump on there?
Me? Why me?
Because you ride like my grandmother. Now he's throwing bottles, the low-down bastard.
Bastard! I didn't do nothing. Ah!
Aua.
God, damn you! Let go!
Run!
Okay, Fleur, schönen Feierabend.
Don't let them get away.
You're only making it worse.
Anderson, Jungs, kommt her, Mr. Anderson.
Come on, shitbag. Stay on them.
Mr. Anderson.
Bastard.
Bam.
Damn bastard. Get the hell away from me. Gonna be dead soon, partner. I'm gonna see you die here.
Still think you're tough?
Come on, Mr. Callahan, I'm relying on you.
Running ain't gonna help.
Okay. Wie konnte ich denn nochmal Sachen blocken?
Just you and me now, pal.
I'm gonna ride ahead and stop the train.
It's just us then, lawman. Come here. We need to bother. Let me go.
Wo hat er das Messer her?
Can't do that.
Aber bestimmt hier aus dem Schinken gezogen.
Need some
least
gin?
try.
Come on. Just don't kill him.
You sure?
Watch yourself. He's as dirty as they come.
Want more?
Do it. Do him and we'll take him in, all right?
Hab ihn.
Hello? Is everything all right in there?
Das ist der Zug, weil wir gerade im Zug sind und der Arbeitsrechte. Ah, das war gut.
Well, I don't think he's dead. I think I won the fight. Just about.
Hebe den Anderson-Jungen auf. Los, Neo, komm mit.
Bring him out here.
Deputy,
Sounded like quite a commotion. Is that him?
I sincerely hope so.
Old Anders Anderson.
So what now?
Take him in, come on.
Okay, wir wollten angeln gehen. Und was machen wir? Wir
Pat
über...
on the back for me for stopping the train. Load Anders onto the back of your horse there, and we'll take him to Sheriff Gray.
Wir wollten angeln gehen, ne? Und dann prügeln wir uns hier mit irgendwelchen komischen Andersons.
There you go. You are a natural. All right, let's
Oder
take
reiten
him in.
neben dem Zug
Follow
her.
me.
What about the others?
Oh, we'll round them up. Anders back there is the brains of the operation, and that's really saying something.
You're the boss.
That was mighty impressive, sir. I have to admit. I'd hazard a guess you've served the law yourself at some point.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that.
Are you familiar with the area here?
No, not really.
On your right here, these tobacco fields? This is part of Caliga Hall, big estate belonging to the Gray family.
Looks bone dry.
Yes, we are in dire need of some rain round here, let me tell you. The Grays have lived in Caliga Hall for generations. Fine people. My family's been working for them for years. Sheriff Gray's the one I know best, of course, but they own half the businesses in town.
Which town?
Rhodes, sir. You don't know it? Where we're headed right now. Ain't what it was before the war, but it has its charms. I'm sure you already know of the Braithwaites.
Like I said, just got down here.
Another big family in these parts. They have an estate west of here. Awful people, truly awful. They've been fighting with the Grays for as long as I can remember.
Sounds like quite the place you got here.
Bisher finde ich sehr gut, Nico. Bisher ist es sehr, sehr gut.
We're gonna bear left here.
Bisschen leer teilweise, die Welt ein bisschen zu groß. Aber ansonsten gut. Rhodes. Müssen wir die Schnauze halten. Steht da oben. Nee, ich habe die Teddymütze verloren, weil ich mich mit jemandem geboxt habe.
Here we are. Welcome to Rhodes. Up there on your left is the Rhodes Parlor House. Very reputable saloon owned by the Gray family. We also have a general store, gunsmith, post office, train station, of course.
What more do you need?
Very little. Oh, good, they're back. And that's your friend, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna stop just ahead on the right, outside the sheriff's office. Can you grab Anders off your horse and carry him in for me?
Hey, fellas.
War das nicht hier, wo wir
Come on, partner, before he wakes up.
im Keller des Waffenhändlers den kleinen Jungen rausgeholt haben?
Mr. Gray! We got him. Very good.
I told you Arthur would deliver. Man has a passion for justice.
That's wonderful.
So, about my friend here?
Your idiot friend is free to go. But no more trouble from you, partner.
I promise you, this was all just a big misunderstanding. However, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'll pretend to appreciate that. Mr. McIntosh, it has been a real pleasure. The mostly good citizens of Rhodes, we welcome you.
Well, we're just honored to be here.
And make your friend behave. We got enough trouble from some of the residents, old-timers who've gone, sadly, to seed and lost their dignity.
How terrible. Come along now. I will keep this fellow on the straight and narrow.
Come back and see us sometime soon. Excuse me, gentlemen. Bo, these better be ugly rumors. Is it true you were seen talking to that wretched Penelope Braithwaite?
I can't thank you enough.
Where have you been?
Around,
And where you staying?
I'm renting a caravan on the edge of town behind the church. It's horrible, but no one comes looking. The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Gray's, and Braithwaite's.
Interesting.
2 old plantation houses and falling out over rebel gold and marrying cousins or not marrying. And
Arthur,
that's
Jose, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that.
I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty.
There's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take 'em months to find us down here, and it seems like we can have a little sport.
Well, they're good bounties.
Where you hear this?
Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in bars in the north and west for 500 miles. There was talk of super agents or some such.
Super agents. I'd love to meet one. It's just talk.
I'm sure it is, but I couldn't not tell you.
Stay out of trouble.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Der Teil mit alle
So
töten.
these two plantation families. Arthur, you start sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend Archibald.
Good. Hosea, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Quite a fishing trip.
There's still time. I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur? Or have you had enough of the chase for one day?
Na komm, wir gehen doch angeln.
Oh, why not?
Great. Hosea, why don't you lead us to that spot you were talking about? I kind of like this place.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid any more excitement.
Ist das da vorne so ein Hillbilly, Junge?
Really? Huh.
Hey, folks. Hi.
Hi,
Bist du ein
mister.
Vampirjäger oder was? Der hat einen Flock. Was, warum?
All right, gentlemen. Follow me.
Yep.
Okay, wir haben gerade einen Vampirjäger gefunden. Alles klar, cool.
So how far is this creek?
It's a bit
Diesen
of a
Huf,
ride
was?
still. It's not a creek, it's the same lake we
Ach, Haufen
camped on,
geschissen.
just a different part.
Einen riesen
It'll be
Hufen
worth it.
geschmissen.
I saw some big drum and sturgeon there. Should be rock bass, bluegills, perch, pickerel too. It's a good spot.
We'll see if you're as good at catching fish as you are at catching criminals, Arthur.
Trelawney owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something, but his information is good.
Plus, we
God
are
damn it.
now ingratiated with the local law. I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
Where is this spot, Hosea? Timbuktu?
Not too much farther. Anyway, you two never told me properly about that business with Cornwall in Valentine. What happened there? Apart from scaring the living daylights out of Mr. Strauss.
That was about the only upside. John and I didn't even have time to get paid for the sheep we
Anni,
rustled.
gute Nacht, schlaf
It's
schön
safe
und
to
gute
say
Besserung.
Mr. Cornwall isn't a man to let bygones be bygones.
Ambushed us in the saloon.
Oh!
He came with a lot of guards and what seemed like just about every lawman in the county.
We've had closer shaves, but not that many.
And if Cornwall found us,
Dieser einsame
the
Baum da
Pinkertons
hinten war
couldn't
mich
have been
fertig auf
far
dem Hügel
behind.
da. Seht
They
ihr? Da
found me when I was fishing with Jack, remember?
oben links.
Listen, it was good we moved when we did, but that mess is behind us now.
Yes. Jack told me you were a good teacher when you took him fishing. I said he must have you confused with someone else.
Was war das denn für eine Lache?
Very funny.
Gucke, das meine ich an diesem Spiel. Du hast einfach so lange Wege teilweise. Du bist super lange unterwegs und man reitet und es passiert aber nichts. Also die reiten jetzt hier zwar und quatschen und die Landschaft ist auch ganz schön. Aber es ist einfach zu groß.
So, you're going back to see that Sheriff Gray?
This is the spot. Down to the left there.
Ist einfach too much.
Easy now.
Ich habe mein Pony hat leider keine Kaffeemaschine. Genauso wenig wie so ein Radio. So ein Pferd. Auf der einen Seite so ein CD-Schlitz, auf der anderen Seite so ein 7-Fach-Wechsler.
I saw some boats around last time.
Der erste Teil fand ich aber wesentlich kleiner. Den fand ich nicht so krass. Oder ich empfinde es einfach nicht mehr so, weil das so super lange her ist.
I'm sure nobody would mind if we borrowed one of these. Come on.
Oh, wir gehen mit Booten angeln? Boote, Boote, Boote! Unterbootbeleuchtung.
All right. This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay.
Ich nehme auch eine Schrotflinte mit, falls irgendwas passiert.
I got a good feeling about fishing here. There's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon.
Okay.
Ja, ist wirklich so. Ist verboten in Deutschland. Warum auch immer. Mit Unterbodenbeleuchtung fährt mein Pferd schneller.
Real labor no more.
You're too dumb for anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
I enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper water and pray for good luck and stupid fish.
Aber das,
Now, stupid luck and good fish.
That'll do too. Head towards the middle of the lake.
aber das ist schon ganz cool. Also ernsthaft jetzt hier so. Hat was. Das sind coole Elemente im Spiel. Es ist halt wirklich so... Fetten Heckspoiler.
All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
Jetzt holen wir alle drei unsere Route raus.
Come on, Arthur. Don't be nervous.
Should really come here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We should use a lake lure. That'll give us a much better chance of hooking something big like a sturgeon.
What's wrong with...
Good old worm.
Oh, worms are good for tiddlers like bluegill and rock bass, but you'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures it is, then. You heard the expert, Arthur. Let's bait up.
Keep the lure moving slowly on the water so it looks like a little fish just asking to be eaten. Are you trying to make your lure look like a dead fish? They won't be interested if it ain't moving.
Come on, Arthur. You can't go back empty-handed. Got him?
That feels like a bite. Got one. Damn it, I lost him.
Arthur, you have to catch one at least.
Okay.
Something's nibbling. Ha! Got ya! Shit. Got away. You hooked him?
Ha, so rumdrehen.
Hey, look at this beauty.
There you go.
Well done, Arthur.
They can grow a lot bigger than that. Fella told me he once saw a monster lake sturgeon near the mouth of the river, just southwest of Saint Denis. 50-pounder, he reckoned.
I would like to see that. Hey, Hosea, remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing? He came back with 3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah, you do. He was
JJ Niemann, Dankeschön fürs Weiden. Schönen guten Abend. Wie geht's euch? Was habt ihr Schönes gemacht? Ja, dieses Blenden von anderen Leuten finde ich richtig schlimm, Cosmo. Besonders schön ist es bei den neuen ganzen LED-Scheinwerfern, die einem einfach die Augen aus den Augenhöhlen brennen, wenn die einen blenden. Ihr habt Songs gemastert. Krass, cool. Also, cool. Wirklich. Das klingt super interessant.
20. 21. Walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast. Toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh, I remember now.
Then, the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those bass?"
Look, you can fish, or you can go drinking all day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
Na, komm schon da raus, du
I
Fisch.
used to go fishing with this feller back in the day. Wesley, his name was. Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We'd go out all the time. But one day, we were river fishing when we see a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, "Wesley, that was nice of you." And he replies, "Well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.
Remember those big salmon I caught in Montana last year? We had a banquet planned that night until Copper went and scoffed the lot.
You never had control of that dog.
He had some spirit, though. Never lost the puppy in him, right to the end.
You know, I remember us saying how Blackwater was the furthest east we'd ever been. As a group, I mean.
Feels like the more we try to head west, the further east we end up.
We had all those safe spots picked out to lie low in New Austin after the ferry job.
I liked it there.
Woo!
Open and wild, the way it should be. Somehow the desert makes you feel closer to the sky.
Okay.
No point us trying to get back that way anytime soon. Pinkertons have patrols out all over tall trees and Great Plains. We saw when we went back for Sean.
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse. Plans change. That's just how life goes.
Und einholen, einholen, einholen. Nachtblindheit. Ah.
Did I ever tell you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15 and didn't see her again. She and I didn't always see eye to eye. I wasn't always a very obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow, even from the grave, she managed to have the last laugh.
Ich bin echt froh, dass ich mit den Augen so wenig Probleme habe. Auch bei Nachtfahrten etc. und solche Sachen. Das bin ich echt glücklich drüber. Ich glaube, das ist echt, kann auch echt anstrengend sein. Und vor allen Dingen ist ja auch gefährlich. Dann kannst du ja teilweise nachts gar nicht fahren. Hast ja gar keine Chance. Also irgendwie sicher irgendwo hinzukommen. Oder regnet es und dann wirst du noch geblendet. Und dann hast du eh die ganze Zeit mit der Dunkelheit schon zu kämpfen. Dann kannst du auch direkt einfach gegen den Baum fahren. Quasi. Wenn es wirklich so krass ist mit Nachtblindheit und all solche Sachen. Ich habe das zum Glück gar nicht. So, wie lange geht denn der Spaß hier noch? Ah, Fisch, komm jetzt ran hier. Ach Gott. Nee, Luni, lass mal. Ich habe das nicht gesagt. Das war nur so zum Vergleich. Ja, genau, Cosmo, das hilft auch. Aber das hilft ja auch nichts, wenn dir jemand die ganze Zeit von vorne ins Gesicht
There you
leuchtet.
go. That's a nice one.
Der sieht aus wie die anderen.
Yeah, that's a keeper.
Was ist das da?
Hey, I reckon we call it a day, fellas.
Already?
You ain't been chasing down outlaws.
All right. Think we got a decent haul here. Pearson will be happy. Should we head back?
We could keep the boat not too far back to camp from here.
Good idea. Could be useful.
What about the horses?
Oh, they'll find their way back.
Klar,
Just
die...
follow the shore south, Arthur.
That was...
Jetzt klauen wir das Boot, okay.
Thank you, boys. Now, Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
Okay.
Okay, jetzt singen die auch noch.
All right, I got one for you. I asked that gal to give me something.
I asked that gal to give me some. She says wait till the taters is done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. Threw her on the floor and I knocked off some. I wish to God I'd have passed her by. I wish to God I'd have passed her
Okay,
by.
lassen wir die mal singen. Ja, ganz schlimm ist, wenn bei SUVs oder so Geländewagen die Scheinwerfer falsch eingestellt sind und auf der Autobahn auch und die dann übel die Leitplanke dich blenden. Das ist auch fies. Oder auch auf der Landstraße, weil die sind ja dann meistens direkt auf Augenhöhe auch. Da kann man...
We spend our lives in jeopardy while others live at ease. Shall we go dance this round, around, around? Shall we go dance this round, around, around? And here is a bully boy, come pledge me on this round, round, round. We
Alles klar, Pflanzi, schöne Reise.
martial men that do our state's disdain, but we care for the merchantmen that do our states maintain. To them we dance this round, around, around. To them we dance this round, around, around. And he that is a bully boy, come pledge me.
Anscheinend kann eine Bootsfahrt echt lustig sein. Zumindest mit den Gefährten hier.
Oh, bravo! Bravo! Well, you know, we should not let the folks back at camp think we had too much fun.
Indeed not.
Hm, 20, 6, 55 Millionen. Nö, lass mal. Eine Bootsfahrt, die ist lustig. Eine Bootsfahrt, die ist schön. Eine Bootsfahrt, da muss man sich erstmal besoffen dran gewöhnen.
All right.
Die Landschaft ist unglaublich schön.
I think well, I mean, we're gonna be okay. I know. I always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine. This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.
Ja, einen ganzen Sack voller Fische.